Today on D&D Academia, we talk about the medium undead creature, the Coldlight Walker. The information on this creature can be found in your textbook, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. The Coldlight Walker has a challenge rating of 5, a natural armor class of 13, and 82 hit points. It has a speed of 30 feet, dark vision of 60 feet, with a passive perception of 10, and it does not know any languages. It does get a +2 to intelligence saving throws and a +3 to wisdom saving throws. It also gets a +3 to proficiency bonus. It has damage immunities of cold. It has condition immunities of blinded, charmed, exhaustion, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned. The walker does not require air, food, drink, or sleep. The walker gets an ability called Blinding Light. It sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. As a bonus action, the walker can target one creature in its bright light that it can see and force it to succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the start of the walker's next turn. Another ability it has is Icy Doom. Any creature killed by the walker freezes for 9 days, during which time it can't be thawed, harmed by fire, animated, or raised from the dead. As for its actions, it does get multi-attack, where the walker makes 2 attacks. A slam attack, where it is a melee weapon attack with a +5 to hit and a reach of 5 feet on one target. If it hits, it deals 2d8 +2 bludgeoning damage, plus 4d6 cold damage. And it gets a Cold Ray ranged spell attack with a +3 to hit with a range of 60 feet on one target. If it hits, it deals 4d10 +3 cold damage. Here is the lore of the Coldlight Walker. Some humanoids who died from extreme cold, but whose spirits languish in the mortal world, become Coldlight Walkers, burning with frigid fury at the meaningless of life. Their frostbitten corpses emit a spectral light so intense that mortal eyes can barely stand to look at them. They typically wear the clothing in which they died. Supposedly gods that personify winter create Coldlight Walkers as embodiments of winter's wrath. These hateful spirits that were denied passage to the afterlife are preserved in their current forms to remind the living how fragile life can be. When a Coldlight Walker dies, its light goes out, leaving behind a frozen, inanimate corpse that can never be raised from the dead. So, when introducing these creatures into your game, there's really 4 ways to go about it. You can have them be a ghost story told around the campfire, so that when mentioned, the party from then on worries about every light they see in the distance. You could have your players know nothing about them, and just see a light off in the distance that they decide to go investigate. A third option would be a single one of them stumbling upon the party. And of course, the final option is to have multiple of them descend upon the group. You can, of course, always increase the tragic nature by having the clothing that one of them is wearing be familiar to one of the players, perhaps a family member or friend that disappeared or they thought was dead. The Coldlight Walker is definitely one of the most terrifying encounters your adventurers can come across. Hopefully now that you know more about them, they will start to appear in your game.